Every single day, we grow closer and closer to the futuristic reality that before the turn of the century only existed on the silver screen or in fiction novels. This comes with many implications, and one that's already permeating our society today is the implication of AI. Artificial intelligence has made massive strides in terms of its capabilities, and as it continues to break barriers and surpass expectations, the world will see much wider use and application of AI in the myriad of fields that could benefit from this wondrous technology. Its widespread use will bring about a great deal of change, and with change comes collateral damage, specifically human jobs. Of course, it'll be a long time until AI tech will be able to distinguish between a Picasso or a Da Vinci, but menial and routine jobs such as cleaning, assembly lines, and managing data are fair game for these machine brains in the near future. Here we take a look at 15 jobs that will disappear in the next 15 years due to AI. Number 1. Telemarketers. Most of us have probably received an automated call a handful of times already, and given that the role of a telemarketer requires little creativity, this job will probably be one of the first to go. Having a standard conversation tree is the hallmark of the telemarketer, and this is probably the easiest thing AI can fulfill. With advancements in AI recognition of emotion from voice, and the already starting transition and dissolution of the job title, this one might be completely gone before 10 years has passed. The numbers don't lie either, as there's a 99% chance for a telemarketer's job to be taken by a robot. Number 2. Bookkeepers. A bookkeeper's job is to compute, classify, and record numerical data for financial records. Note that first word. Computers have already gained considerable traction in this field with Microsoft Office, QuickBooks, FreshBooks, and a host of others, already marketing software that more or less eliminates this job from the list of employers, being that the prices they offer are way below the average bookkeeper's pay grade. With a negative 8% projected growth by 2024, the bookkeeper has a 98% chance of being replaced with automation. Come to think of it, bookkeepers use computers all the time. Number 3. Couriers. With Jeff Bezos entirely focused on further widening his already astonishing profit margins, as early as 2013 he announced plans for a drone-powered delivery service. Taking away the need for human couriers will most likely eliminate a large portion of Amazon's operating expenses, which is why other companies are contemplating doing the same thing. Flying drones can be operated from a single location and completely eliminate the hassle of traffic. Furthermore, when the technology arrives allowing delivery drones to be completely autonomous, we will likely see a boom in the industry at the expense of laid-off human couriers. Number 4. Marketing specialists. Market research admittedly requires a fine-tuned hand, and what could be more fine-tuned than AI? The ability to list and interpret data are the main jobs of marketing specialists, and automation has already shown that they can do this either through automated surveys and platforms such as GrowthBot that can do the job with just a click of a button. With a 52% chance to be automated within the next 2 decades, it might come sooner than you think. Number 5. Tech support specialists. Similar to telemarketers, tech support specialists are often given conversation trees to correctly manage any problem that comes down their line. With a 65% chance of becoming fully automated, there are already automated help desks working on much of the world's concerns. With the fast-paced learning cycle brought by the internet through step-by-step guides and detailed video tutorials, your job might be in jeopardy if you're currently working as a tech support specialist. Number 6. Advertising salespeople. The internet and social media have caused the digital screen to rise above past media sources like TV, print, and radio. The web is also ripe with thousands and thousands of ad spaces that yearly entice millions to billions of visitors from around the world. As this shift continues, advertising will require less and less from actual humans and will become purely automated. From social media platforms allowing the beneficial third-party API development to the continuing flourish of digital markets, existing advertising salespeople need to be way more creative to be able to consistently top artificial intelligence. Number 7. Retail salespeople. Although it may be hard to believe for the younger viewers, there was a time when retail salespeople were vital in the retail industry. Nowadays, you might walk through a retail store and not have any human interaction at all. With the rising competence of consumers in discerning product quality, companies are trying to come up with ways to edge out the competition with the use of self-checkouts and other concepts that aim to lay off some retail salespeople for the sake of their bottom line. Of course, with the boom in the relevant digital markets and a 92% probability of becoming automated in the near future, there might not be any room at all for an old retail salesman to learn new tricks. Number 8. Accountants and auditors. Similar to bookkeeping and marketing analysis, accounting and auditing will be an easy task for the 21st century incarnations of artificial intelligence. Juggling numerical data is probably one of the key strong suits of AI, and with accounting and auditing often revealing instances of human error, automation will be looked at by employers in the attempt to fully eradicate inconsistencies. Especially in dealing with vast sums of money, having a reliable AI analyzing and singling out relevant data consistently and reliably will be the edge that puts robots ahead of the curve. Number 9. Manufacturing plant workers. Probably one of the first to go, and one that will make a lot of individuals undecided about AI. Car plants and other types of factories have already fully replaced the human assembly lines that revolutionized production and manufacturing, essentially turning our world into what it is today. What one would see now is a series of fine-tuned, programmed robo-hands that do their job and do it well. A couple of repairs and tune-ups here and there, and these bad boys will work their mechanical asses off without being limited by fatigue and human strength. This also eliminates a whole host of workplace hazards that face a human employee. With a forecasted 20 million jobs being replaced by automation in the manufacturing industry in just 10 years, a lot of factory workers will surely be displaced. Number 10. Farmhands. Similar to factory workers, farms are absolutely fair game for automation. An intense routine and a big load of hard work is nothing to the future's beasts of burden, as sowing, cutting, harvesting, and all that comes before and after can be fully automated and be optimized to its maximum potential. Unmanned tractors, transplanters, and pesticide applicators are only a few examples of automation in the countryside. Amazingly enough, China is already undertaking a pilot program to put into action robo-farmers that will seek to produce an even greater yield and even cheaper food production, putting almost 250 million jobs at risk in the Chinese agricultural industry. Number 11. Janitors and cleaners. The list of AI vacuums continues to grow as robots grow more and more capable of complex tasks with each passing day. They won't just be limited to vacuuming floors and cleaning spills. Soon enough, robots will be able to thoroughly keep the whole house clean, even trimming lawns and clearing out debris. A janitor today is staring at a 66% chance of a robot taking his or her job. And while he or she may not actually be the one cleaning anymore, they could become the ones responsible for maintenance of the robots that took their jobs. Number 12. Truckers. Any sort of driving will most likely face the threat of becoming automated, seeing that most car companies today are looking at automated driving for the future. Eliminating the need to have human hands pilot a car and the ever-present possibility of human error, AI will have massive implications in the automotive industry. It won't be long until truckers and many other professional drivers are out of luck, seeing as there's a 79% chance that their job will be taken by a robot in the future. Number 13. Taxi and cab drivers. As iterated by the previous point, drivers are in trouble. This, of course, depends on how automated driving will develop, as it has quite frankly experienced more than a few setbacks recently. Supposedly, though, AI's taking over most driving jobs will almost be a sure thing, as the need for human direction will be taken out by fully automated driving systems. With an 89% probability of becoming reality within the next few decades, robot drivers will be efficient, won't need brakes, or require a uniform. They also probably won't be much for small talk, so be prepared to give a lot of 5-star ratings to your drivers. Number 14. Chefs and cooks. Speaking of 5-star ratings, chefs and cooks might be facing automated hurdles if they want to keep their jobs. Although thought of to be quite a complex profession, a kitchen more or less works a bit like an assembly line. Instead of cars, it's food, and oftentimes, strict adherence to a recipe is the only thing needed to make a signature dish carry its own weight. The fast food industry is likely looking at a much sooner time frame for implementing AI, but soon enough there's a possibility that even complex dishes could be created and cooked to perfection by artificial intelligence. Hopefully, Gordon Ramsay gets a few of his own AI units soon to save himself from rupturing his vocal cords. Number 15. Waiters. This is one that many of us may already have visualized in our minds. A humanoid robot with a suit and tie, serving customers with the utmost efficiency and consistency that their motherboards will allow, maybe even with an exquisite accent installed. Waiters will be facing a 94% probability of robots taking their job. Perhaps somewhere down the road, we can have our own individual butlers. It may be a hard thing to accept for some people, but breakthroughs in artificial intelligence will bring about major changes in our way of life, like those brought on by other scientific breakthroughs, such as the steam engine and even the wheel. It's certain that many traditional jobs will be lost, but this technology opens up a whole host of different jobs relating to more futuristic endeavors, such as software development, coding, and programming. If you're working in any of the fields we've discussed here, you may want to start adapting now, because even though we might not have a massive robot uprising on our hands, you're going to be upset when a robot gets the promotion you've worked so hard for. What do you think? Are robots taking over? Let us know how you feel about these looming changes in the comments below. Support us by liking this video, and be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you can see tomorrow's exciting video.